Hi there, I'm Sean from Zac Speed. Thank you for joining us to find out more about our Recon backpack. The Recon backpack's a mid-sized pack. It comes in around 13.5 litre storage capacity. It sits right in between our Sprint and our Dakar packs. It's made from a durable 6 in 80 denier fabric. It comes with water-resistant YBS zips. It also comes standard with a 3 litre source hydration system, and it will come standard with the removable articulating pack shield. The Recon backpack's been designed for really day trips where you're getting a long way away from the car and you're needing to start and take tools with you, a lot more snacks and that type of thing. Whereas the Sprint's really been designed to take just enough to get you sort of 3-4 hours away from the car. This one's designed to go all day, taking a lot more gear with you. We'll talk you through it, show you some features about the pack. On the underside here, it's got our moulded EVA back panel. We also have our vented wing padding for the hips here. This just really gives the pack good lateral stability on your back. Once that waist belt's done up nice and firm, it's not going anywhere. We also have our standard harness system. The standard harness system is the Configure 8 system, so they are removable, and that'll allow you to integrate any of our chest protectors, octane tech vest and that type of thing. Looking under the actual EVA padding here, this exposes the pack shield. Once you remove that pack shield, you can then see that Configure 8 ladder lock system. The usual 9 positions on that, giving you plenty of adjustability for that standard harness. That way, when you're layering yourself up in winter, going from a jersey to perhaps a heavy enduro jacket, or you might be wearing this over the top of a pressure suit style of armour, that means you can make sure you get a perfect fit with this harness system by adjusting it in and out, making sure that sternum strap stays in the correct position. Very flexible harness system in that regard to get a perfect fit. The reason we have that pack shield, it obviously gives you a little bit of protection from the contents of the pack. It also helps the ballooning effect of the pack. Once we start to load it up, start to get a hydration system in there, a lot of the pack can start to distort and take up a little bit of its own shape. That pack shield actually helps the pack hold that shape. It also stops the pack collapsing on itself and actually blocking off the air channels under the back panel here, making sure that you're still going to be getting airflow. The standard harness system itself here lets you rig up the hydration hose on left and right hand side. You've just got the access ports at the top here. Very easy to feed that hose through and make sure you get it on your preferred side. It also comes with elastic straps here just to guide the hose through, and you also have a webbing strap here. The webbing strap's been designed that way you can actually start and attach just a few other accessories. You might want to be carrying an E-perb, that type of thing. You can easily attach that over the Molly style strapping here. Two-way radios, torch pouches, any of that type of stuff can be easily fed through there, just giving you a bit more flexibility to get to some things on the front of the harness. Moving on to the back of the pack, or the front of the pack, just depending on what your perspective is. What we have here on this pack, it's a slightly higher profile pack than the Sprint. That means we have a little bit more ability to give you more storage space in the side of the pack here. This has been designed primarily with some elasticized compartments here, allowing you to actually carry things such as a few tools on the side here. They're both on the same on the left and the right hand side of the pack. The types of things you can easily carry in there is something just such as a pump, that type of thing, perhaps some quick steel. The length of it's quite suitable for the smaller type light levers there. You can fit something like that quite easy into the full length of that side pocket. So plenty of storage there. You've also got a little bit of freeload storage space. That then moves us to the first pack that we arrive at on the back of the pack here, and this pocket is also attached to our freeload pocket. And it's a fairly small pocket, but it does give you ample room to store things, such as a wallet. You may even want to fit something such as a small camera. It's not a padded case, so you'd obviously want to put some protection on that, but still plenty of room to store that sort of size of item in this particular pocket. There's two of those vented pockets there with elasticized tops. When we move further into the pack now, the idea with this one having the freeload storage is bits and pieces that we want to be carrying that don't necessarily need to be inside the pack. This is a perfect place to put a tube. Not sure what people are carrying in the way of tubes, but I tend to carry just a 21-inch tube. This way I can get both ends of the bike out of trouble. If I do get a flat in the back tyre, it's obviously a little bit too big, but it will get me back home, so I can not necessarily have to worry about actually trying to fix a tube on the trail. So that's a perfect spot to store that. A little bit of rain getting on the tube's not going to be a problem. This also being the compression part of the pack, that just compressed nicely up there once that pack's loaded up. Open that out. We then move on to the next pocket in the pack, and this particular pocket, this one has a fleece line pocket. That's the only actual internal storage of that pocket. It's been designed to be a bit more freeload. That way you can perhaps start to get things such as a tool roll easily fit into that pocket. It is actually quite deep, so you can see once I've got that tool roll in, obviously still a fair bit of space at the top. And that's when this goggle pocket's been situated at the top of that pack. That way it all sort of starts to fit in nicely together. We'll just show you getting a pair of goggles into that. So you can start to see with this pack, you can start and take a fair bit of gear in a fairly organised way. It is fleece lined, so a pair of goggles will be looked after well in that pocket. If you don't want to carry the tool roll, if you don't want to carry tools in that part of the pack, you want to start and carry a few other little extra bits and pieces with you. With this pack, it does have the Configure 8 waist belt as well, exactly the same as the Sprint and the Dakar in that regard. I'll just show you quickly connecting our Matrix tool pack up to this. The Matrix tool pack does normally have a tool roll in there, but it is removable. So if you don't want the tool roll and just wanting actually some free storage space, you can actually just use that for cameras and that type of thing. That has some extra storage pockets in there. But I'll just quickly show you that interconnecting into the waist belt of this pack. That way you can actually increase a bit of capacity if you're going on a further ride at a later stage. So once that waist belt's removed, you're just putting that straight into the Duraflex buckles. And there you go, that's the tool roll actually interconnected into this backpack. So it's a great way to get some extra capacity. Also balance the load up if you don't want to get so much weight going on in the back there. You can move some of those stuff to the front. So looking now at the main hydration compartment, that's where the source hydration bladder sits. Once that's ballooned out, you will find that you'll have some space on the either side of the bladder there. That's going to give you the ability to store perhaps a change of socks or a spare pair of gloves. That type of thing is the type of stuff you can put down the side of that bladder system there. So overall, again, this is the Recon pack. You're looking at approximately 13.5 litres of storage space there. It's been designed for those day trips where you're getting a fair way away from the car and you need to start and carry some tools, get yourself out of a little bit of trouble. Plenty of flexibility. If you do need extra storage capacity, as I've said, you can connect this up to the Matrix tool pack, or if you're wanting even more again, you can actually attach that to the Octane Tech vest. If you want to add a little bit more protection, put a wrist protector on. The Exotec chest protector can also be fitted up to this backpack. If there's something I haven't managed to answer for you in this video, please by all means, contact us, info@zacspeed.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for your time. We look forward to seeing you next time.